Good morning. I'm Michael, coming to you from a chilly eastern North Carolina. I purchased a welder less than a year ago and have self-instructed throughout. After spending some time reviewing the different welding processes, I settled on flux core to start with, primarily for its simplicity. I've also since expanded my toolbox, fortunately, which has added further fun learning processes. After a couple of what I considered small projects and 2 more medium projects at home, I have another medium project to begin. This time I decided to try and document that process. There are going to be many ways to complete these future tasks, some of which might be, let's say, creative, but if you have good ideas, kindly leave them in the comments. Here I have a decommissioned propane tank and am looking to transform it into a great barbecue pit for a client. This process won't be complete in a day, and today we're looking at stripping in the cold. The paint and rust have got to go. If we get around to it, we may also take a look at the base of the tank for removal. Thanks for taking a look, and I hope you enjoy. We're back. Same day. Just needed a costume change because that chilly morning warmed up a little. After trying a few attachments, it seems like this abrasive is working best for the paint removal. We'll keep going and see how it is.
A few moments later.
And after a little bit of work, we have an almost clean tank. I haven't quite got to the bottom, and I'm not gonna cut the lower ring off either for stability at this point. I will in the near future, but I'm not done working for the day. And what I decided to do was some work on the upper portion of the tank. And if you recall the beginning of the video, this tank did not have an upper ring and was partially cleaned off already. When I was doing that prior to making this video, I got a little happy with the cutoff tool and put a nick, maybe a little more than a nick, in the upper portion of the tank. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn the welder on, add a couple of inches of weld, grind it down, make it look smooth so that it doesn't sit in the back of my head the entire time. So let's get started. I'll be doing flux core, and this is set up for DCEP. So I'm going to switch that over to DCEN for flux core. So it'll take just a minute. I did get a multi-process machine, despite going with flux core as the initial stepping stone into welding. So it gives me some room to grow, such as the stick with DCEP and other rods. This will only be a couple of inches of weld, but like I said, I got into it with the cutoff tool and it's just been sitting in my head. Gotta fix it. Make it a little easier for cleanup with the anti-spatter, even though it's only 2 inches, 2.5. I had it set to grind, so I'm glad I did a last minute check. One other thing. This way I'm not standing there wondering what in the world is going on. Hopefully that was enough. Enough in terms of depth. Rather than getting the wire wheel out, just take a quick peek. So should be thick enough. Well, to be fair, I went ahead and gave all 4 of the previously welded locations on the ring the same treatment from the abrasive wheel. This was the one that I welded though, and let's take a look. I like that we see ourselves. Back up. That was not me. That's just one of the moon craters that kind of exist on the end of the tank. But just below that was me, and I'm not seeing any signs of missing metal anymore, so I'm gonna call that a win. So next time, what we'll be looking at is the lower ring, its removal. The rest of the paint and rust need to go as well. And I'll be moving on to determining what's going to be the top, bottom, front, and back of the barbecue pit for our client. If you have any questions or comments, kindly leave them below, and thanks for watching.